Hello and welcome back to our videos. Today we are going to talk about a feature of guided access that allows you to control if a user of your iPad or iPhone is able to adjust the volume. This can be incredibly helpful if you have a child or a student or an adult that you work with that is consistently changing the volume to a point that maybe it's distracting to other people around them. So using guided access, we can actually lock the iPad so that the volume buttons will not work when you are handing that device off to others. So let's look at how we do that. In order to use guided access to limit the use of the volume buttons, the first thing we are going to do is go into the guided access menu simply by turning it on. This is either going to be by pushing the home button 3 times or the power button 3 times. Once you are in your app, again, here, if you have accessibility shortcuts, more than one available, you will choose guided access. If guided access is your only accessibility shortcut on, it will simply go to the guided access menu. Now, because I've already been using guided access today, it's going to automatically turn that on for me with my saved settings. In order to get back to the menu, I'm then going to do the 1, 2, 3 press, put in the passcode, and it will bring me to my guided access menu. Now, once I am here, in order to adjust the settings for the volume, I'm going to go down onto the bottom left where it says Options, and I can go ahead and turn on or off the control of the volume buttons. If I toggle that on, the volume buttons will be able to be used during guided access. If I turn that off, the volume buttons will not be. This can be really helpful if you are handing the iPad off to someone to watch a video, but maybe you don't want that video to be turned up super loud, or if you have a student or someone perhaps playing a game, but you don't want the audio heard. One thing to keep in mind is if you are going to disallow the volume buttons by toggling it off like this, you will want to make sure that you are checking the volume to make sure it's the volume that you want it at, because the individual will not be able to adjust it until you take it back out of guided access. So again, if you are going to turn off the ability for the user to use the volume, make sure that you are setting it to the correct volume before you do this. So it's that simple. All you're going to do is turn on guided access, and in that you can go ahead and adjust the settings for if the volume controls work. Next time you are handing your device off to someone who may have a habit of changing that volume to an unacceptable level for whatever environment you are in, you can go ahead and lock those volume buttons so it's not something to be concerned about. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so that you can see more of our videos in the future.